Almost 2 decades after his daughter disappeared, Gerald Hope has given his final word on the case after meeting the man convicted of her murder. Hope has been pushing to meet Scott Watson for more than a decade, a meeting which finally took place last month when the pair came face to face in Rylstone prison. North and South journalist Mike White recorded the conversation for an article which was released on Monday. Unless new evidence came out, commenting further would only serve to muddy the waters, Hope said. He released a final statement on Tuesday explaining why Watson had failed to convince him he was innocent of murdering his daughter Olivia Hope, 17, and her friend Ben Smart, 21. The pair disappeared in the early hours of New Year's Day 1998 after a party at Furneaux Lodge, in the Marlborough Sounds. In his statement, Hope described Watson as elusive when asked about his movements that day, claiming the convicted murderer seemed to have rehearsed his answers. His response was absolute silence on some of the more circumstantial elements of the prosecution case. When confronted with this, he was mute, unemotional, disconnected. Hope said Watson was unable to convince him of his innocence in relation to other parts of their conversation, including his arrival time at Erie Bay, a sighting of Blade at Marine Head, and squabs in Blade that had large sections cut out. Watson had always said he left Endeavour Inlet early on New Year's Day and sailed to Erie Bay on board his sloop Blade, arriving sometime around noon. However, the police and prosecution case argued he did not arrive until around 5 p.m., after sailing out to Cook Strait to dump the bodies of Olivia and Smart. White said there was never going to be handshakes at the meeting, which stretched over 2 3-hour sessions, but there were some moments of connection between the two men. "You and I are both victims. You believe you're a victim," Hope said at one point. "I know I'm a victim, I know I'm a victim," Watson replied. "We're a victim. We never got the truth," Hope said. "We haven't got the truth yet. Most people have got the comfort of the police, the legal system having done their job, so that's why you're in here." Watson, who had always maintained his innocence, was convicted of the 2 murders in 1999 and sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum non-parole period of 17 years. Last week he had his second hearing in front of the parole board, which was expected to make a decision before Christmas about whether to release him from prison.